My name is Bria, and today I will be discussing the OPT model and its effectiveness to sports performance. The Optimal Performance Training Model is designed by NASM and applies all forms of training in an integrated fashion, such as flexibility training, cardiorespiratory training, balance, core, plyometric training, speed, agility, and quickness, and integrated resistance training in a progressive system. Our textbook, Sports Performance Training, by Clark, Lucet, and Sutton, help explain why the OPT model is so important for a client's success. The process of the OPT model is that the client will systematically progress to any performance goal. The OPT model's foundation is built on the stabilization training, which is phase 1. This focuses on increasing the stabilizing muscles to provide dynamic joint stabilization and postural balance for functional activities while striving for neuromuscular efficiency. As an exercise professional, this is one of the most important phases of training because it's vital for a client to have a strong base to build off of for the next phases. Research has shown that ineffective stabilization can lead to altered force production in muscles, increased stress at the joints, tissue overload, and a higher risk for injury. An example that I like to use when looking at the significance of this phase is that the geriatric population. An article looking at postural balance and proprioception by Mabub states that as we age, aspects such as balance and proprioception start to decrease in age, increasing the risk for falls. While training an elderly client, it's imperative that they achieve this phase so that the human movement system is completely stabilized. Achieving the stabilization stage helps prepare the client's body to engage in more demanding movements or exercises. Next stages, phases 2, 3, and 4 of the OPT model are the strength stages. These emphasize the stage and enhance stabilization strength while increasing the prime mover strength. The second phase focuses on strength endurance training. Third phase is hypertrophy training, which focuses on muscle growth. And the fourth phase is maximal strength training, which looks at maximal prime mover strength. The stage of training is most important in clients who have a mix of endurance and strength in their sport or exercise. So for example, I chose soccer to have optimal endurance training with keeping up with the pace and competitiveness of the game, but at the same time they need maximal strength training to keep up with moments of striking and maintaining powerful kicks throughout the game. The final stage of the OPT model is the power stage of training and includes phases 5 and 6, emphasizing the development of speed and power. Phase 5 is power training, best achieved with supersetting traditional strength training exercises with plyometric or power training, like barbell squats superset with squat jumps. This is done to enhance the prime mover strength while also improve the rate of force production. The last and final phase is phase 6, which is maximal acceleration and rate of force production. High-level athletes such as bodybuilders or professional athletes typically achieve this. CrossFit athletes are the perfect population for this phase. They need all the power possible to achieve the record-setting 1RMs or compete in CrossFit competitions. Now, understanding the different stages and the phases of the OPT model, we as professionals see how important it is for optimal performance. As with any training type, there's going to be skeptics out there trying to find some negative components to this model. While looking at the arguments and looking at the success and importance of the OPT model, the pros really outweigh the cons. I could only find a few articles that complained about this model, like not enough cardiovascular input, or it might not be appropriate for youth athletes, but no argument had any substantial critiques. With that said, an article by Penny states that each stage of the OPT model is built upon one another and is dependent on the previous stage. In conclusion, we need to remember that this model is here to help us as professionals build a base for our clients and to understand the importance of each movement, each technique, and how to avoid overtraining and the risk of injury. Thank you.